Hey everybody, Joseph Rothschild here, aka MBT, back with another episode of One Take Testing, the show in which I aim to show off a deck, give you a sense of how it plays, and let you know my thoughts all in one singular take. Today, with help from friend of the channel Jaxel MS, the progenitor of the incredibly great series Every Single Splight Combo I Have Ever Heard Of, comes a deck that I think will be the first to get 1 trillion tops. I'm of course talking about Morphius Sweep. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the Morphtronics, they're a series of modular monsters that have different effects based on if they are in attack or defense position. Morphtronic Telephone is legacy support for the archetype, which has these 2 effects. While in defense position, once per turn, you can roll a 6-sided die, excavate cards from the top of your deck equal to the result, and if you do, send an excavated Morphtronic to the graveyard, put the rest on the top or bottom of the deck. And while in attack position, once per turn, you can roll a 6-sided die, and if you do, gain life points equal to the result times 100, then you can special summon a Morphtronic from your graveyard whose level is equal to or lower than the result. You may have noticed a couple of things here. Firstly, there's no hard once per turn on this effect. There's no hard once per turn on any of the Morphtronic effects. In fact, you can activate both of their effects once per turn on the same copy. But if you are able to, theoretically cycle through multiple copies of the same Morphtronic, you could theoretically activate all of their attack or defense position effects. And second, there's no except Morphtronic Telephone on that first effect. As a result, you can use Telephone to reborn a Telephone in graveyard, then link away the first Telephone, then use Telephone to reborn the Telephone in graveyard ad infinitum. This can do some really silly stuff. Jaxel actually has a video in which they go over some of the silliness, but the truth of the matter is you can pretty much make any board you want. You can make boards that FTK. It's really, really easy to do so with the legal cannon soldiers that we have in the TCG. You can put up unbreakable boards. It turns out infinite link material is really, really strong. It's actually the reason that we banned Level Eater. And you can even set up boards that are good for meta reasons, things like the Scythe Lock, which features heavily in this deck. So the combo itself is shockingly easy to make, and as a result, we're just going to go in blind. We're going to start spinning our wheels and hope for the best. One final thing before we load in, however, is that would you know that the new Duke Devlin support is also instrumental in breaking this. That's right, Dimension Dice and Dice Dungeon are searchers for Telephone. Truly, making FTK enablers more consistent is the best we could have hoped for Devlin's legacy support. All right, let's jump into a game and see what happens. Okay, so first and foremost, we have to win the die roll. If they do interrupt us, then we are dead, and we have lost the die roll. This is not good. Well, we opened the combo. Clockwork Knight, a field spell that looks like it was drawn in MS Paint, does in fact do it. Dice Dungeon does as well, as does the Telephone in hand. Okay, so it's Labyrinth here. They're going to go for Welcome Labyrinth. And then they're going to normal summon Labyrinth Chandra. And that's the end of the turn. Okay. Ooh, that's kind of a weird one, actually. So first and foremost, let's FB goods. We are going to send Clockwork Knight here. We're going to activate this. We're going to pitch Telephone. And then we're going to... I guess we could just grab a Telephone. We probably want to go Gadget Gamer here, actually. It's so funny to me that the name of this card is Gadget Gamer. Like, truly comedic. We'll go for the Dice Dungeon here. That's going to grab us a Dimension the Dice. And from here, we can... I guess theoretically, we could activate Clockwork Knight. I don't think it does anything. Let's just normal summon Gadget Gamer. Now we're going to activate Gadget Gamer. Add a level 1 machine monster from our deck to our hand. Oh, they're going to Ash that. Boy, that was... not correct. That was really not correct, because now we can Dimension Dice, pitching the Gadget Gamer, and summoning ourselves the Morphtronic Telephone from the deck. And that's the end of the game. So now we can activate this Morphtronic Telephone. Oh, we'll go for the Chandra here. Pitching Danger Bigfoot. What? Whoa! What? You're kidding me! That's interesting. Well, I guess technically that does out our setup. Well, we can try it again next turn? Yeah, whatever. Huh. Wild. Hey, good luck. Should have searched Regulus. We can search Regulus? How? Oh my god, that's how. We'll do it next turn. Is Dimension Dice a once per turn? Well, you have to tribute and we don't have a monster. So, like, here's the thing. They're going to be able to get all the labyrinths in the known universe. Which is good, of course. But none of the labyrinth traps actually remove monsters from the field. You have to draw other traps to do that. There's the field spell. Now the Welcome Labyrinth can destroy a card on the field. They're summoning Silver Castle. Alright, they're going to get in for a ton. They're going to reset the Welcome Labyrinth. Okay, so all we have to out here is the Welcome Labyrinth. Oh, this is kind of crusty, but we're not going to be able to activate the effect of our Regulus in response to it, right? It's going to force us to use the battle phase to remove the Silver Castle, but I think we're fine. That is very weird. All right, we're going to activate Clockwork Knight. Oh, I thought this was a field spell. So this is kind of funny. They can't activate this card because they no longer control a fiend monster. So, you know. All right. Let's go for a dice dungeon. We'll grab a Dimension the Dice. And I guess let's try for it, right? We'll normal summon Telephon. And it'll resolve. Let's do it. All right, so we rolled a 6. Let's pick a level 1 from the graveyard. Here, a Morphtronic Telephon. I'm going to summon that bad boy. And let's get climbing. So we're going to begin with a Relinquished Anima. Let's take that bad boy. We can activate Telephon after this. A 5. Interesting. Let's just summon back a Telephon. That sounds pretty good to me. Next, we can go for... let's just go for lethal. Does this have an access code in it? Oh, of course it doesn't. Oh, it does. Great. We'll go Nightmare Phoenix here. We'll pop the Labyrinth. Let's go for Telephon. We'll gain the 6. The 5 here. Summon back. You know, I think we're going to summon back a Telephon. And then we're going to go Unicorn. We'll activate Unicorn. And then you know what? I think we're actually going to activate Telephon here. This is really shocking. Let's grab this one. And you know what? Let's actually let's expedite this process a little bit. Let's grab a Morphtronic Telephon from the graveyard here. Okay, so that's the fresh one. From here we can go into Apollosa. Let's just do Apollosa for 2 here. Let's just ensure that nothing goes wrong. We'll go Telephon. Rolled a 1 there. Uh-oh. Yeah, but you know what? It is a 1-star, so we'll bring back the Telephon. We are running out of time now, which is the other thing that this deck can screw up on. Who can still activate? That guy. Let's go into Link Haribo. Let's activate Telephon. This is shocking. We're going to gain some life. We'll special a Morphtronic. Let's grab this one. And then what do we want to do? Well, we can make Ensemble. That's kind of funny. But I think I actually want to go into Hauka Fibrax here. Yeah. Go Hauka Fibrax. These two. We will trigger Hauka Fibrax. Ooh, Ash Blossom the Hauk! Yeah, I'm completely fine with that. Oh, what can I activate in the grave here? Oh, Link Haribo. No, thank you. That's completely fine. Can you not Ash Blossom Telephon's effect? Oh my god, you can't. How is that fair? All right, we're going to gain 1. We're going to summon back a Telephon. Is this 8,000 yet? Shockingly, it isn't. Let's make access code Talker. 1, 2, 3. This is... Which one is the activatable one? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like this. I'll activate access code, targeting the Hauk. And then you know what? Afterwards, let's go ahead and activate Telephon. We'll summon back a Telephon. And you know what? While we're here, let's activate Telephon. Let's summon back a Telephon. This has got to be lethal, right? 18 plus 29 plus 48 for sure. This is 69 plus 18, yeah. Oh my god, wait! You can make each player roll a die? No, I'm actually good. So, you know, the better player won, and you know what? I won off the skin of my own teeth, had nothing to do with any broken cards or interactions, and just with my own ability to, remember which Telephon had used its effect. I'd like to thank Duke Devlin for this victory. So we're back with the deck, and yeah, this is getting a day 1 errata. I don't want to make any predictions, but I think that they probably forgot to include a Accept Morphtronic Telephon on this card, which realistically would resolve all of the outstanding issues with this. I cannot stress to you, this card can do absolutely anything under the sun. There's going to be a link in the description to a video from the Kuribandits, that's Jaxel's channel, in which they show off some of the insane stuff you can do with this card. Some of the combos include Verte Anaconda because it was legal at release, but I'll be honest with you, it's just as good without. It's consistent by way of the new Gadget Gamer, the Gizmek Naganaki, because shockingly it's a Gizmek as well, the new Duke Devlin cards. It's absolutely explosive going first or second. As you saw, they had an Ash and couldn't stop the combo, and we were able to make like Apollosa into access code Talker into anything under the sun. And most importantly, there is very little counterplay. There's a lot of room to play with in this deck. You know, you could theoretically take out the junk boxes, the machine duplications, put in like crossies and hand traps. I truly think that unless there's something done about this deck, it will be a force to be reckoned with in an upcoming meta, and may just be responsible for another one of Yu-Gi-Oh's many ruined formats. But because we have some time before release, I expect they'll fix this. Get your kicks on Edo Pro while you can, because it's not going to last forever.